make sure we can open this. Can you scoot this?
The sound is too good.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Okay.
All good? Great.
Well, good morning. You know, last week, tornadoes ripped through our state, causing destruction and devastation and claiming the lives of about 5 fellow Alabamians. Today, every Alabamian grieves for these families and their losses, and our hearts and prayers go out to these families who lost loved ones. Alabama is no stranger to the wrath of Mother Nature. It comes all too frequently. And while our state took a punch, a bad punch, and mourns those lost, this is the time when Alabamians show what we are made of. We are made of grit, compassion, and resiliency. We're a state where neighbors help neighbors. We love our people, we love our state, and it is truly rewarding to see neighbors helping neighbors. We know we have a job to do, and we've done it before, we'll do it again, and we'll build back stronger. As governor, I'm here to say I've got your back, and I want to be as helpful as we can. That's why I'm here today. In a few minutes, I will be seeing for myself some of the damage on the ground in Calhoun, and then we'll make our way to Hale and then to Shelby County. We'll do everything in our power to help those who've been impacted come back and come back stronger. Our Alabama EMA staff is already on the scene working with local and federal emergency management officials. And y'all, it's just so important that our cities gather all the evidence of damage, and that they share it with the counties, and the counties do the same thing, collect some more data, add it to what the cities had, and send it to EMA. And then EMA will give it to the governor, and we'll submit a request for federal assistance. But it goes to show you it's a team effort, because the federal assistance will come based on the amount of actual damage that we've been able to demonstrate that has occurred. So it's just so important that we all work together, city, county, state officials, to gather all the information. And as folks pick up the pieces, we'll be doing all we can with a thorough assessment. And if we meet the threshold for additional financial assistance from the federal government, then Alabamians can count on me to go after all that we are able to claim. But it's just so important that we're very thorough with that assessment. To all of you who've been impacted by these storms, let us know what you need. Folks are here to help. We stand with you today, tomorrow, and in the days and weeks ahead. We will stand together. Before closing, I certainly want to thank the local first responders and the EMA officials who have worked tremendously during this time of loss. We could not overcome the devastation without all of you working so well together. And to folks across the country, please know that all Alabamians are grateful for your support, grateful for your offers of assistance, and we thank you. And if you want to send a financial donation, it's easy to do to servealabama.gov. That goes to the Governor's Emergency Relief Fund, which goes to support these families and businesses in their recovery. We will overcome this loss. Alabama's done it before. We'll do it again, and we'll build back stronger. Thank you again for being here today. May God continue to bless each of you and the great state of Alabama. Now I want to invite Commissioner Lee Patterson to the podium.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Governor Ivey. I'm Lee Patterson. I am the 5th District of Calhoun County Commission. I'm a commissioner here. The Commissioner Henderson has sent her regrets. She was unable to be here due to other circumstances this morning, and she sends her regrets, sincere regrets. I just want to thank all that are here today. This means a lot to our county that we're focusing on those in the great need that's happened to us. In the aftermath, on Thursday night, I was down here. Commissioner Henderson was down here. This parking lot was filled with first responders and the outpouring of support. People were bringing in equipment, volunteers, the private citizens were working. Cleanup began that night, and what a great thing to see. I want to take a moment to think about those that we've lost, 5 here in our county, and it's a very tragic loss for our county, and our hearts go out, our sincere prayers go out for these families. I also want to thank our first responders for all that they have done and their willingness to work. And Governor Ivey, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Governor Ivey, for showing your heart and being willing to come up here and spend some time with us. And we've got a great governor, and I thank her for her leadership, not only in this, but all the COVID that we've been through, her leadership, and we really have a great governor. So that's all. I don't know who else is.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Chris Darden, the meteorologist in charge at the National Weather Service in Birmingham. Kind of want to just reiterate what Governor Ivey already said and the Commissioner said. I want to thank everybody that's helped out with this, EMA, first responders. I really think that we got the word out pretty quickly, several days in advance of the severe weather event last Thursday. Over the last in that 8-day period, we were hit with 36 tornadoes, 25 on March 17th, and at least 11 last Thursday. Unfortunately, here in Ohatchee, we had 5 people lose their lives, and on behalf of the National Weather Service, our thoughts go out to the families there. Any loss of life in a weather event, it hits us in the National Weather Service personally. The forecasters, when the word came out that night, we certainly took that very personally. It hits us hard. So it's been a long stretch. On the 25th alone, we had 230 miles of tornado track across the state. That was 3 times the length of the track on April 17th. So even though there was less tornadoes, they were on the ground for a much longer period of time. We're still assessing. I have another gentleman here with me in the county right now. He's out assessing some of the damage, additional damage in Calhoun County. We have another team that's out in Choctaw and Marengo today, and we're actually using additional data sets that we have from some of our other teams to look at some other tracks that we may be adding as well. A couple of things I just want to mention. I want to emphasize the need for your family to have a plan in place before a severe weather event happens. You need to have a plan. You need to have a safe place to go. And one of the things that we're really pushing in the Weather Service is you can be the hero. I talked to many people out here in Ohatchee and Wellington that their family members called them and said, hey, bad weather's coming, and they went to shelter. Many folks that were in homes that unfortunately didn't survive the tornado, but they did survive because family members called them or their cell phone alerted them to severe weather, and they went and got into a storm shelter. I talked to a family of 6 people that survived when their home was obliterated because a family friend called them and they got into shelter. So you can be the hero by calling a family friend and letting them know that severe weather is occurring. We're not even into April yet. Our peak severe weather season is really early to mid-April. We're not even there yet. So even though we've been hard hit in the state, we still have a long ways to go. So as we work together as a community, work together as a weather community and as a family, we can get through this, but we have to get through it together. So again, I thank the community. Obviously, we've come together. We have a huge crowd here today. So again, we're at the National Weather Service. We're here to help any way we can. Reach out to us, and we'll be here. We'll be here through the season. We'll get through it together. With that, I'll turn it over to Director Hastings.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Randy Wood, House District 36. That encompasses Calhoun, St. Clair, and Talladega counties. I wasn't going to say anything this morning, but I had to when the governor said something a while ago about helping people. She is a lady of what she means. She called me Thursday night right after the storm just went through and asked me, was there anything that the state could do? She said, find out, what's what. So I called the sheriff and asked him, did we need anything? And he said, no, we thought everything was good right now. But I just wanted to brag on the governor right here to what an outstanding job she does do. And she's not just saying words when she says she wants to help the people of Alabama. She is very serious about it. So, like I said, I wasn't going to say that, but I just had to take that opportunity to brag on my governor and your governor. Thank you again, Governor.
Hello, I'm Brian Hastings of the Alabama Emergency Management Agency, and I just want to highlight a few points today. The first is our thoughts and prayers go out to all those who have lost loved ones, who have lost property, who have suffered, and are survivors right now trying to recover. And on behalf of all of Governor Ivey's cabinet, I want to just extend our condolences to them and let you know that we're here to help. I also owe a great debt of thanks to all our federal and state partners, and especially our locals that I'm going to brag on also. So first of all, what Chris Darden didn't say is I believe the average for most tornadoes across the U.S. is we're lucky if we get about 13 minutes of notification, a heads up. But due to the nature of these storms and the long track supercells that we're developing, Ohatchee and Wellington had about 18 and 29 minutes respectively, which is a long time to act. And it emphasizes the point that you have to be connected with critical weather intelligence. You have to have a plan. And when you get that information, you got to act. You got to do something to find a safer place, a shelter, or that safer space in your house that allows your home to collapse around you and give you a place to live. I want to thank our state partners. We can't do this without them, and especially we can't do this without the locals. We cannot do this without our directors like Miles Chambley here. And I just want to remind all our mayors, all our first responders, and all our VOADs on the ground is that those damages that you collect, unless those damages are documented and collected and funneled through the county, it's like nothing happened, and we can't have that. So we're going to be doing this through multiple counties across 2 storms already. The 17 March we're doing right now, and also the 25 March. So we have to keep those damages separate and distinct. We need to make sure we collect everything we can for our individuals and also our government and public structures to afford Alabama the best opportunity to submit good information to Governor Ivey so she can submit a request to the President of the United States. We are in this together, and we rely on the mayors and locals to really collect and work with the county EMA to make sure we can try to connect our citizens that are suffering and recovering with the assistance that they need. Lastly, we can't do this with our VOADs. I'm already looking around here. I see the Red Cross, Billy Graham. I saw the Baptists are out here. They're cooking. The churches, the faith-based, the non-faith-based. Thank you so much. Not just this county, but all the counties. It is an incredible network of people with big hearts helping out who are a part of your community, and it doesn't get any better than that. If anyone is suffering and you don't know what to do, please dial 211. Please dial 211 for information and ask any question, and they will get you connected with the assistance that you need. That is run by the United Ways. The other thing you could do is call Crisis Cleanup. www.crisiscleanup.com if you're looking for a VOAD or assistance to help you with your cleanup. And lastly, on behalf of the Department of Insurance and also our Attorney General, there are people here who want to help you. There are also people who want to take advantage of our citizens' plight. So please make sure that before you pay for something or sign a contract, ask for temporary or Alabama permanent licensure and only deal with licensed professionals to help you clean your home, fix your roof, and do those things so you're not taking advantage. That's all I have. I think that's done with our speakers, and then we'll open it up for comments and questions from the press corps.
And if you all have a question, be sure to speak up and just pull your mask away for us so that we can all hear you. But the governor will open us up. We've got a couple of minutes, and then we'll head on our way to the damaged sites.
Governor, do y'all have a sense right now of how many, in terms of what's already been assessed, what's the level of damages in a dollar amount, and are we close to getting to the threshold to get terrorism?
I know our folks are working hard at it, but there's just more to do before we can have a estimated amount. So y'all just be thorough and give us your best information.
Are y'all concerned that you won't, or is there worry that y'all won't make the threshold to get federal?
Well, certainly that's a concern, but that's the reason it's so important for all the information to be reported, first from the local in the city area and then to the county EMA, and the EMA to the state EMA, and then to the governor. And then I'll put all that together and make the request to the federal government. But if we don't have enough to meet the threshold, we don't get it. So it's just essential to be thorough.
And any other questions before we wrap up?
Thank y'all so much for being here. Stay safe. Like you say, we hadn't gotten to April yet.
All right, we will meet you all.
Where's the month of April? We're not even there yet. Do we have time for a bathroom break? Quick bathroom break? Quick bathroom break?
Absolutely. Yeah. Governor, now is a good time. Let's step this way if you need to run to the restroom.
Thank you, Governor. I appreciate everything that you